Turn it up and make your neighbors really mad.
That's right.
Guys, 'cause all of you, none of you are from the original lineup. So, starting from you, where?
Caffrey, Chris was with us on
Hall of the Mountain King
on the
tour.
Hall of the Mountain King tour, and he did the Gutter Ballet record.
Paul O'Neill, the producer, was my manager with the band that I was playing in that he produced called Heaven on Columbia Records, and then he produced Hall of the Mountain King and connected me up with Savatage, and that's when I started working.
Because by that time, you used just one guitar, and then
Yeah, I was the experimental second.
second guitar.
Here's the experiment. The rat, what do we call him? The lab rat.
Yeah, the
That was
lab
it.
rat. And look what happened, I'm still here, so.
There you go.
That's right. And Zach, because you're the substitute of a great singer, that's John.
Thank you.
John, yeah. How did you get in touch with the band?
Well, I met these guys out in Los Angeles. I was living in L.A. for about 3 years, and I just happened to see one of their shows at the Palace, a club in Los Angeles. And when you were in the band, of course, that was a Gutter Ballet tour. And through a guy who was one of their guitar techs.
Yeah,
So,
Dan.
yeah, so he's still a good friend, and you know, and I met him back then, but little did I know it was ever going to come to me being in the band. It was just, that was my first time meeting them. They got to see me, they got to know me, but they never would have dreamed I would have been in the band. And when they decided to make the move,
Were you singing
I
by that
sent my
time?
demo, just like everybody else. And then in '92, I joined the band in August of '92. So I've been around almost 6 years. And it's,
Were you singing in any band by that time? Or?
yeah, I was actually in a band with the drummer that we have now, Jeff Plate, called Wicked Witch up in Boston. But that came after I met these guys in Los Angeles. I worked with a guitar player in L.A., and he was from Boston, so we moved to Boston.
But when have you decided to put another singer? What happened with John? I don't know, actually.
Well, John was busy doing some Broadway stuff.
He was a
And-
bit, you know, seriously, he was a little bit tired.
Tired of singing.
At that time, too. I mean, when we toured on the Gutter Ballet Tour, we did about 200 shows in 10 months, and it was kind of like, you know, if you're lifting weights every day, you get used to it, and then if you stop and you expect to go back and lift the weights you're lifting again, you can't do it. And John was screaming out for 2 hours every night, and then when the band went in to do Streets, his voice wasn't used to it, and he just was tired. He wanted to take a break, and Johnny and Chris decided to keep things going on, and
He left the band almost, her.
No,
never. He never left the
yeah,
band.
he just, like I said, he got tired of
the road.
Yeah, the road,
The
of
road's
the
what it
pressure
was.
of being, you know, at that time, there was a huge pressure on image, too. And John was never the poster child for MTV. I mean, he was always John Oliva, the Mountain King, and he just got tired of touring and wanted to take a break, and he got to start working with Paul O'Neill on some Broadway music, and he has never stopped working with Savatage, so.
Yeah, always writing.
And now he's back in the band full-time.
And now we're
with
both
us,
together.
Keyboards.
Yeah, but he sings a little
and sings,
too.
too.
And sings
Zach and
also.
John sing a lot
He sings
together.
a couple of songs on the album, and we do, on a lot of the songs that John used to do, we'll do duets now.
Okay.
Where I'll sing a verse, he'll sing a verse, or, but still a lot of them he'll sing it just like he used to. But you know, me being the lead vocalist, I'm still doing around, you know, 80% of the set, 85% as a lead vocalist, so it's pretty fun. It's good working with him.
What about the keyboards? Has changed a lot the sound? Because I heard the last album, how do you pronounce that? The Wake of Magellan? No.
Magellan.
Magellan.
It depends on where you're from.
Because here is the
In
Right.
Germany, in
Right.
Germany, they say Megalon.
In Florida, we say Magellan. And
Yeah.
And you are using quite properly the keyboards. I liked that.
Lots of orchestration, too.
Yeah,
Strings,
sure.
too, along with the keyboards. Just a way to expand the sound of the band. We like to try different stuff on every album. We like to try to take it to a new level as much as we can on every album. So it's just another expansion in the, you know, the genre that Savatage wants to explore with every album.
That's right. When Chris died, what happened with the band? Have you ever thought about, okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
split,
sure.
or
Yeah.
we're gonna, Chris would like us to keep going?
But yeah, at the time it was me, Chris, and Zach, and we had a stand-in drummer at the time because Wackles had already stepped down as far as being the drummer of the band. So it was basically me and Chris and Zach, and we kept the Edge of Thorns record going. And when that happened, it was like, you know, the band had really got really good radio support in the United States on Edge of Thorns. And it was starting to really happen for us, and we were, you know, really happy about that. And when it happened, it was like someone had just taken all, you know,
the wind's out of your
everything
sails.
you've worked on for 10 years is gone, and then my best friend is gone too.
Our best friend was tough.
So at the time, I was ready to throw in the towel, and John, you know, basically talked me into keeping it going
I
with
think
him. And
the Handful of Rain record that was done then was probably the one thing that kept John Oliver from losing it at that period of time. I mean, because it was his little brother. I mean,
tough.
he was able to bury himself in that record and work on that, you know, and I think once the band went out and played and saw that the fans were still willing to support and be there as long as, you know, we're paying respect to the band and the music and the Chris, that it was a good thing. I mean, right now, it's difficult at times because you see all the really good things that are going on and you know he's not here, but I think that by continuing things, we've turned him into more of a legend than anything. I mean,
right.
he does
Legacy
way better on the guitar player polls than I do.
He's still up in the
So-
guitar player. You'll still see him.
And they did a tribute for him
Yeah.
also
Oh, yeah.
in '95.
The
Yeah.
thing that a lot of people don't realize, I think John showed a lot of courage to get us
To
you
keep
know,
it together.
To say, hey guys, let's talk about it. We really want to keep Chris's legacy alive. How are we going to do that? Well, we know that we had to continue and go on and make Handful of Rain and keep on doing these albums, but John showed a lot of courage, and you got to remember that. I think, you know, we sometimes forget how much courage he showed.
Yeah.
Losing your brother, I don't know how that feels, but I know how it
Yeah.
felt
That's
to
what I
lose
said.
our best friend, and it's...
And you played everywhere in the world, but South America. Why that? Why that?
I don't know.
we just got invited.
So many
Yeah.
fans here.
Hey, well, we made it.
We get a lot of mail from South America, a lot of email, and we do have quite a bit of the fan club bases from Brazil and South America, and it was just a matter of time. It's a new market for us, and it's our first time here, and we hope to come back again.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, the amazing thing is,
so.
after all these years, we'll still go to places we've never been. And it's still, I mean, it's all completely new to us,
Yeah.
even though, you know, it's been so long. I remember the first time we went to Greece, it was amazing. We'd never played there before, and we sold out, and the band was humongous there. And it was the same thing here. I mean, we don't know exactly you never know exactly what to expect, but what we've gathered, the crowds are going to be like. It's going to be fun.
But many bands are doing great in Greece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
it's a
Japan,
great market, yeah.
Japan must be like
Japan,
a,
we've been
because you
Japan
did like
since
a-
Streets. We've been frequenting there, and in Europe right
And you did
now.
a live,
The band in
complete-
Germany, for say, the band is voted #1 most popular band in Germany. You know, with Metallica #2. I mean, we're the #1 band there, so
Best
we're still
live
growing. After all this time, we're still on peaks. Everything's is going really well. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, and you know, unfortunately, Chris Oliva was killed in a car accident, and he's not here right now. But the band's carrying on, and the fans believe what we're doing. And I mean, I could speak for the band. I think when Savatage fans are amazing. They really are. They're so loyal. They have all the. We'll go places. There'll be people with like 9,000 things for us to sign. Out of every. I mean, sometimes when you roll out of the tour
Different
bus,
pins.
you're like, "Good morning. Could you please sign all this, please?"
got every album.
It's like,
We'll have to sit
sure,
and
no
sign
problem.
13 albums.
But I mean, we'll do it. It's great. But really, really loyal fans.